welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Louisville's offense will have the football first. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Back to pass, it's Gray. Finds a spot in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And the spin move bought him a little time, just not a lot of yardage.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from a defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Wolfpack offense comes out, and they'll go on the attack for the first time today. When you look at the matchups in the passing game, you might think that this guy's going to be overmatched at corner, but I think he's really looking for the opportunity to prove that he can match up with one of the nation's best.
Yeah, and this receiver always wants the ball. He especially wants it, though, today, considering what he's up against. He told us coming into this game that he should be able to dominate and get a lot of looks. This defense is going to have to find ways creatively to get this guy matched up and covered. They're probably not going to be able to do it with just one guy with that corner out there, David. This receiver is a difference maker.
No, and this isn't a great secondary, but they're going to have to play a great game. And this challenge is big because he's a superstar. So let's make sure we don't give up the big plays. Maybe play a little bit deeper than normal, sometimes get a little bit physical. This secondary has a tremendous challenge on their hands.
NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
NC State on the move, set up with another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And man, that's frustrating as a coach because you get him outside the pocket, well, he gets himself outside the pocket, scrambling around, making something happen. Defense is kind of on their heels, make a positive play, and then he just doesn't protect it at the end of the run. Listen, I don't want my quarterbacks, unless it's game time, ghost situations, to take those kind of hits, and that's exactly why.
Takes a hit as he fires. Makes the catch. It's Cook. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Now the play fake. He lobs one high down the left side.
Oh, lack of concentration that time by the receiver. If he catches it, it's going to be a first down. You just have to look that ball in. Do what you do every single day in practice.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. Looking for a man, it's Mahan. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. They bring the punter onto the field now. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll go to the ground. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? You got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
They'll run it. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Man, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. The Cardinals will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Was looking for more running room but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. From the gun, running back gets to give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
The Wolfpack line up, facing third and approximately half a mile. Looking to throw, it's Mahan. Rushes on him. Got his man on the right. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Here's another opportunity opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together.
Quarterback on the keeper. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be third down.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. They boot it away. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. On the run, it's Fry. Crosses the 35. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. He leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They punt it away on fourth down. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. They'll try the left side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. And I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on third down. They just keep firing. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. And the Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Gray. Under fire. Finds us back in the middle. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Here's the handoff. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to get it through the air. Working that left side now. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Cardinals will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is, and you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Mahad. Bringing the heat. Gets the first himself. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
And this is why offenses tell you all the time, they want to keep it in 3rd and short or 3rd and medium like you had right here. They make you defend the whole field, and then the QB sees it. Nothing there, tucks it. Does a nice job getting positive yards and getting the first down.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give out of the gun. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Well, he got you 2 on 1st down. He got you 2 on 2nd. 2 won't get it done on 3rd. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here and stay on the field.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got an open man. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. 1st and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, NC State!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. UCF steamrolled its way to victory. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Orlando a ton of confidence. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for pole position.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy, because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. Just a short pass to the tight end. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. The Cardinals decide to punt it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. This offense has it with really good field position. Back to throw, it's Mahan. Caught in the backfield, it's Jones. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll keep it on the ground. Got him up for the first down. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Going to swing it on second down. Boom. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
NC State has work to do to convert this third down. Dropping back, it's Mahan. Unloads to the right. Touchdown, Wolfpack! They've got the lead here in the fourth. A methodical drive, and they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Pulls it, fired complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Catch in the middle, it's Swartz. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. They're testing the right side here. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensive.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up...
Breaks into the open. Ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that right there, probably the biggest play in this game so far. The offense has the lead, and they're just trying to run the football to run this clock out. But the defense able to knock it out, jump on it, and now all of a sudden this game has a completely different feel.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down and nothing doing there. The Cardinals trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to pass. It's Gray. Finds his tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. This defense is going to have to sell out to stop the run and try to get the ball back one last time. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. A handoff, keep working on that clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect...
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover, best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter, time to go win it.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Schwartz. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Across the... Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down 1 late. Do you want to just kick the extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for 2? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
He'll bring it out. It's Fry. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Mahan. Fires to the big fella.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
Caught close to the marker, it's Fry. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. To the air on first down. Got the quick pass. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw everything.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. Leaves it with the running back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. There's a lot of celebrating going on over there after taking the there is still time on the clock.
You got to give this guy so much credit, man. It is so hard in practice to simulate the pressure that he just faced. Late in the game, seconds left on the clock, you have an opportunity to kick a field goal to put your team up late in the game, and he absolutely drilled it. What a moment for that young man.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking downfield, it's Gray. Makes the catch. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Wants to throw and not much time to work with. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working. They'll back up after the holding penalty. Wants to pass, the clock an enemy. Blasted as he lets it go. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this